Good morning, class 11 students. We are doing sets, and today in sets we will do some of our questions related to proving. So first, let us do question number. We have seen till question number 3 of miscellaneous exercise 1, and today we will see question number 4. Show that the following 4 conditions are equivalent. Equivalent means they are the same. What are those conditions? First condition, A is subset of B. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? That is x belongs to A. Yeah, x belongs to A implies x belongs to B. This is the meaning, okay? X belongs to A implies x belongs to B. Second is A minus B is 5. A minus B is 5. इसका मतलब A minus B, what is it? If x belongs to A minus B, this implies x belongs to A, but and x does not belong to B. Okay? But this is 5. So x belongs to A minus B. That means x belongs to A and x does not belong to B. There is no such x where we are having वो A में हो और B में ना हो, ऐसा कोई x नहीं. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? All the elements of A must be in B. That is A is subset of B. Only possible then. Okay? Because this implies that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. There is no such element, right? And if there is no such element, then that means that A is subset of B. Third, A union B is B. A union B is B. What is A union B? A union B क्या होता है? X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Now this means that, and this is saying that X belongs to direct B. This is the only true. This need not be true. So there is no element of A which is not in B. ऐसा कोई element मिलेगा ही नहीं है जो B में नहीं हो. Therefore again we can say that A is subset of B, right? Because here RHS में बात करते हैं तो देखो X belongs to B हो जाएगा. X belongs to B implies that X belongs to, because X B is equal to A union B दे रखा है, ठीक है ना? So X belongs to A union B. That means x belongs to A or x belongs to B. But we already know that x belongs to B. Therefore, that is the only true thing. X belongs to B. Therefore, if the element is A or no, whether the element is there in A or no, not there in A, it doesn't really matter. A is subset of B फिर से आ जाएगा, ठीक है? इनको Venn diagram से भी समझ सकते हैं. Let us do one more. A intersection B. अब ध्यान से देखो, A intersection B is equal to A. X belongs to A and X belongs to B. अब this is equal to A only. Therefore, intersection of A and B is A. Purely A. Therefore, the common elements of A and B are in A, which means that all the elements of A must be in B also. All the elements of A are in B. We can easily prove in all the examples. We have to prove that A is subset of B. So X belongs to A and X belongs to B. Therefore, and this is equivalent of saying what? X definitely belongs to A. Therefore, X definitely belongs to B, because all the elements of A are in A intersection B. All the elements of A are in A intersection B. So we can start from there also. X belongs to A. This implies X belongs to A intersection B, and this implies X belongs to A and X belongs to B. Therefore, A is subset of B. ऐसे भी लिखा जा सकता है. You can write it like this. Okay. अब वो let us see the earlier one also. एक बार और देख लेते हैं. इसके पहले वाला था A union B is equal to B. So X belongs to B. Already start कर रहे हैं अपने यहाँ से, ठीक है ना? X belongs to B. This implies X belongs to A union B. This implies X and these two are equal. X belongs to B is equal to X belongs to A union B, because B and A union B are equal. This implies X belongs to A or X belongs to B. But we have already considered we are starting with X belongs to B. So this is always true. Now X may belong to A or X may not belong to A, but this is sure that X belongs to B. Therefore what? if x belongs, whether x belongs to A or not doesn't really matter. This is also going to give us A is subset of B. A may be 5 here, or A may having some element which will there be in B also, because see what is given here, x belongs to B. Or we can start from here, x belongs to A union B, ठीक है, and this implies x belongs to B. So here from here we are getting x belongs to A or x belongs to B, and this is same as we are already saying that x belongs to B. So whether x is in there or no, A or no, it has to be in B. Therefore A is subset of B. Also we can write like this, and Venn diagram also we can understand like this. अगर ये A है, ये B है, और A यूनियन B, A will be inside, because A, और अगर हम इसको थोड़ा साइड में बना देते हैं, suppose this is A and this is B. Now see what is happening. B is outside, so there is some part of A union B which is not in this part, but he is saying the complete part of this union must be in B. So B is definitely greater than A, and therefore A is subset of B, and all the elements will be there, right? How else can we prove? How else can we prove that A union B? Let us try intersection. Suppose we try A intersection A union B. A intersection A according to distributive property. Union A union B. A intersection A intersection B, right? A intersection A union A intersection B. Now what is given to us? This is same as A intersection B. So again what we are getting? A union A. What is A union A? What is A intersection A? It is A only. Union A intersection B is equal to A intersection B. So we are getting A union A intersection B is same as A intersection B. That means what does this mean? That A intersection B here, right? You can check here A intersection B, and this is same as previously. We can say that if A is subset of B, then A intersection B is what? A intersection B is equal to what? Is equal to A. So A union A, we are getting A only, which is verifying A intersection B here. So A is equal to A intersection B. So see the two conditions that we have given. What are the two conditions? We are given that A union B is equal to B and A intersection B is equal to A. They are one and the same conditions. We have just proved that. So start from here. A intersection A union B. A intersection A union A intersection B. A intersection A is A union A intersection B is, let it be like this only. But we know that from the previous example, if A, let us assume that A is subset of B, then A intersection B is equal to A. So A union A is A, and A is equal to A intersection B. So that was exactly the previous example that we have studied. Yes or no? So this way we can prove that our A union B is equal to B and A intersection B is equal to A are one and the same thing. Similarly about A minus B. A minus B is equal to A or 5. That is, so there is no element in A minus B. A minus B is equal to 5. So there is no element in A minus B. So again this can be proved to be the two conditions that we have studied, right? How we can do that? We can do it analytically also. X belongs to A and X does not belong to B. Or we can we use some intersection property also. We know that A minus B union, right? Union A. Suppose we assume that they are like this, A minus B. So what is A minus B? This part, right? Union A intersection B. This part is given to be 5. So when the union of two sets is 5, that means they are disjoint sets. They are, now see, a minus b is given to be 5. Now let's see, look at this very carefully, because they are already disjoint sets. We know that a intersection b and a minus b will not be common, so this is 5. Okay, now 5 union a intersection b is 5. That is the only true. That is a true statement. 5 union a. Is it true or false? This one. Look at this very carefully. This statement is false. So just erase this one. Let us try some other method. A minus b is 5. Okay. So that means that all the x is in a. This is a. This is b. This is a minus b. So there is, this portion is not existing. ये portion ही है ही नहीं, गायब हो गया portion. So that means this b must have engulfed a, right? This way you can understand. This is the only possible way to understand this, right? A minus b. Otherwise, how else will you understand? How else will you understand this? There are of course some theorems like this, where you can say that a minus b, a intersection b, and b minus a. These three are basically their union. They are disjoint set, and their union is same as a union b. So that should be understood. Okay. And if you want to understand a minus b union a intersection b, this is definitely equal to a, as you can see here. A minus b union a intersection b. See, this portion is a intersection b, this portion is a minus b, and their union is definitely a. This is true. Now if this is given to be 5 union a intersection b is equal to a, so that means we are already getting what? 5 union, some thing which is not there, उसका union a intersection b के साथ, तो वो तो same हो जाएगा ना. a intersection b must be a, because there is no element in this, so union के सारे element a में होंगे, then only this is possible. So again we have proved it to be the same statement, right? So we have proved that all the statements are basically nothing but a intersection b is equal to a. So this one you can note down. Now let's look at question number 5. Question number 5. We are given if a is subset of b, this is given to us. Okay, we need to prove c minus b is subset of c minus a, right? This we need to prove. So let us assume like this. Let's assume that x belongs to c minus b. X belongs to c minus b. If x belongs to c minus b, this means x belongs to c and x does not belong to b, right? And this is given, and we need to prove that this is equal to x belongs to c minus a. So x belongs to c and x does not belong to a. Now this is very important. X belongs to c, and if x, because a is subset of b, तो जो एलिमेंट b में नहीं है वो a में भी नहीं होगा. So we can say x does not belong to a. और इसका मतलब हो गया x belongs to c minus a. इसका मतलब हो गया c minus b is a subset of c minus a. Hence proved. Right. Now assume that power set of a is power set of b. This was 5th question. Now we are doing 6th question. Assume that power set of a is equal to power set of b. Power set of a is equal to power set of b. ठीक है, प्रूव क्या करना है? a equals to b. तो पावर सेट क्या होता है? All the set containing all the subsets of a. So that means let us assume that there is a set capital X which belongs to power set of a. And now if this X belongs to power set of a, that means X must be a subset of a. X must be a subset of a, right? This we can write because X is a set which is in power set, therefore x is the subset of A. So this we can write as 1. If x is the subset of A and it is given that x power set of A is equal to power set of B, तो यहाँ से इसको एक बार ऐसे कर लेते हैं, x belongs to power set of A, this implies x belongs to power set of B, this implies x is a subset of B. If x is a subset of B, and from here we are already getting what? X is a subset of A, right? So we are getting x is a subset of A and x is a subset of A and x is a subset of B. Therefore what? All the elements of x are in A, and here we are getting some small x belongs to A and some small x belongs to B, right? So if x belongs to A and x belongs to B, this means A must be a subset of B. यहाँ पर x क्या है? Where small x belongs to capital X, क्योंकि क्या दे रहा है? कैपिटल X A का भी सबसेट है और कैपिटल X B का भी सबसेट है. तो एक एलिमेंट लेते हैं कैपिटल X का, स्मॉल x. स्मॉल x A में होगा तो वो स्मॉल x B में भी आ जाएगा. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? A B का सबसेट है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? This we can write as 1. Similarly, we can start like this: x is a subset of B and x is a subset, capital X is a subset of B and capital X is a subset of A. Let small x belongs to capital X. So therefore we can write that small x belongs to B and small x belongs to A. In other words, B is subset of A. Therefore A must be equal to B.